Today on Santa Monica Update.
When you close down one of the busiest highways in the country and you're considered one of the world's top tourist destinations, when it comes to planning and readiness, you had better bring your A game. Coming up, I'll show you how the city of Santa Monica stepped up to the challenge.
Coming up, find out what kids are doing this summer.
We'll have these reports and more news from the city of Santa Monica coming up. I'm Gail Choice.
Santa Monica Update, your source for local news in Santa Monica. Santa Monica Update starts now.
Welcome to Santa Monica Update. The city of Santa Monica recently welcomed the new downtown Santa Monica with a flash mob.
In the middle of a press conference.
Santa Monica, Santa Monica. The city of Santa Monica. Santa Monica, Santa Monica. The city of Santa Monica. When you're alone. After a great deal of work, the Bayside Corporation has come up with its new identity and a new direction for our urban community. It's called Downtown Santa Monica, Inc., and it comes with an edgy new logo. The expanded boundaries stretch from Wilshire Boulevard on the north to the Santa Monica 10 freeway on the south. Ocean Avenue is the western boundary and 7th Court is the eastern edge. Get more details at downtownsm.com. For those people living under a rock who didn't hear anything about the 405 closure, this next story probably doesn't pertain to you. But for everyone else around the world, you're going to want to see how one city went above and beyond to make what could have been a disastrous situation into just another fantastic weekend in sunny Santa Monica. Greg Goldner has the story.
On a typical summer weekend, nearly 250,000 people are enjoying everything that Santa Monica has to offer. Now, imagine trying to keep 250,000 individuals out of their cars and safe in the streets while one of the busiest highways in the country is closed down. Well, a team of dedicated city employees made certain that the 405 closure was just like any other summer weekend in beautiful Santa Monica.
Santa Monica is a world-class tourist destination, and so summer is one of our busiest seasons. And we knew going into this that our hotels were very heavily booked, so we knew we were going to have a lot of visitors. So we worked with the business community to make sure that they had strategies to make sure that their staffing needs were met so that all of the visitors and customers could have a great experience.
In addition, with months of planning and a carefully constructed strategic plan, the city made special efforts to make sure they had the necessary staff for any type of emergency.
The strategy with the city over the weekend for the 405 closure was a full activation of the Emergency Operations Center, which included police and fire and every other major entity within the city. Within that, the police department and fire, as far as public service, worked on a plan to make sure that all the services, essential services, were here for the public during that weekend.
The city of Santa Monica stepped up its efforts for Carmageddon, and so have we. We hit the skies with Sergeant Dave Thomas to find out exactly what was going on above.
We are utilizing our already existing technology of our in-car camera system that we have on the patrol cars, and we're taking one up here and using the 4G network is be able to broadcast real-time images to the Emergency Operations Center.
But why is this video information so critical for the folks at the EOC?
So that they can also see firsthand, real-time, any area of the city, any area outside of the city, as it relates to traffic or traffic accidents or emergency that's developing, and then be able to redirect resources as required from the Emergency Operations Operation Center. So that's something we've never done before.
After getting some perspective from the sky, we caught up with Eric Euler, who was spearheading the air support from a slightly lower altitude.
Normally, we don't have any video feeds coming into the Emergency Operations Center, and they're just basing all of their information on voice communications they receive. But this shows the true picture of what's really happening out there.
And the ability to utilize the helicopter to obtain this type of information has proven to be priceless.
It's been a great experience. It's provided a tremendous amount of information for the EOC staff here. As you saw earlier, they were watching it, monitoring it very closely, and everybody was, from the chief all the way down to the sergeants in the room. So it obviously provided some great benefit for them.
From the ground to the sky and everything in between, I'm sure all of Santa Monica can rest easier knowing that no matter the challenge, the city is always ready. For Santa Monica Update, I'm Greg Goldner.
The city of Santa Monica had a helicopter with streaming video, a fully staffed emergency operations center, and additional resources ready if they were needed. The city's goal was to make sure there was business as usual in Santa Monica during the closure. And since another closure happens again in 11 months, we'll have a good idea how to handle it. For many in Santa Monica, getting to Los Angeles International Airport has often been a costly trip. Now there's good news. It began on July 1st. Taxicab rates from inside city limits to the airport have been capped. Residents living north of the 10 freeway will now pay a flat fee of $35 to get to LAX, and residents living south of the 10 freeway will pay only $30. That is the maximum that can be charged by a taxicab company licensed to do business in the city. But this is an enticing bit of info. You may be able to shop around and get a lower rate or a discount if you're persistent. There are 5 taxicab companies allowed to do business here: Bell Cab, Metro Cab, Taxi Taxi, LA Taxi Co-op, and the Independent Taxi Owners Association. So check them out. Isn't it nice when something costs less than it used to? The Santa Monica City Council has enacted and approved the city's first 2-year budget. At $1.1 billion, the 2-year plan gives Santa Monica the flexibility it needs to respond to economic conditions as they develop. City Manager Rod Gould told the council that the state government in Sacramento may seek to appropriate $27 million from Santa Monica this year and another $19 million next year. So the budgets may need to be adjusted. As the city looks forward, Mr. Gould said, it will also be necessary to cut back on pay and benefits in order to keep the city budget balanced. Americans for the Arts has recognized 3 of Santa Monica's public art projects from last year as worthy of high recognition. Cradle at 4th Street and Broadway and Wheels at 2nd Street and Colorado were both honored for playing with scale and taking risks. Glow 2010, the city's overnight art experience, was honored for visionary leadership. Glow featured 20 art installations. More than 100 artists took part and 150,000 people attended the all-night event. Summertime is just about to start wrapping up. Reporter Tamara Henry finds out how kids have been spending their summer.
Kids and summertime. At PAL, the Police Activities League, kids can have fun for free all summer long.
My favorite thoughts for summer is having fun with my friends and going to the beach and going to the pool.
Sometimes I think like summer's about to be over when it's like really not.
Doesn't really last long.
Play with your friends.
Kids get bored because they don't like play outside and do all that.
But at PAL, kids never get bored.
They'll go to the farmers market on Wednesday and take pictures and kind of teach them about like cameras and technology. We do a cooking class that I do, and we do just other activities as well during the day. We just play in the gym, kind of fun activities for the summer.
All these things that we have are good for kids to actually come in, get active, get fit, and get out of the house.
Computer classes, cooking classes, camera classes, PAL has it all. But right now, we're heading to the pool.
Nothing like a nice day at the Santa Monica Swim Center. And the water is much warmer than it is at the beach.
Well, we have the splash pool, what we call the splash pool, and that's kept at about 86 degrees, so nice and warm. And then we have the fitness pool. It's more of a competition pool, and we keep that about 79, 80 degrees.
Lots of individual supervision and positive reinforcement.
How long are we going to be here this summer?
So we're doing 8 classes pretty much once every Monday. This is our 3rd class, so we've got about 5 more to go, 5 more weeks.
Life is short, but summer's even shorter, so get out and make the most of it. Reporting for Santa Monica Update, I'm Tamara.
If you'd like to find out more about PAL, go to smgov.net/PAL and look around. Chain Reaction is a tall, prominent piece of public art by the Pulitzer Prize-winning political cartoonist Paul Conrad. Recently, Mr. Ron Takiguchi, who is a Santa Monica building officer, saw members of the public climbing on and interacting with the sculpture. Upon examination, he found a number of issues with the condition of the piece. Made of copper tubing over a fiberglass core, the internal frame of the artwork is made from stainless steel sitting on a concrete base. Fasteners connecting the 20-year-old sculpture to its core are missing or have deteriorated. The work of art has been fenced off and will be examined by a conservator who will develop recommendations for restoration. The Beach Equals Culture series at the Annenberg Community Beach House is exhibiting work from 7 students in Santa Monica College's Art Mentor program. These artists push the boundaries of contemporary figurative art by including concepts of cultural identity, gender empowerment, and human regeneration. See these amazing works of art from July 28th into early November. The exhibit is free. Get directions and info at annenbergbeachhouse.com. Well, that's it for this edition of Santa Monica Update. I'm Gail Choice. For all of us at CityTV, thanks for watching. Check it out at the Santa Monica Public Library. Pretty cool, eh? Some of Santa Monica's public art projects have received high recognition by Americans for the arts. At the library, you can find out more about public art, its impact, and how it expresses community voices. For some LA area specific titles, check out Art and the City and Urban Surprises. There's a book about public art in New York called Creative Time. And then there's The Power of Place. For these and other books, audiobooks, CDs, and DVDs, check out our online catalog at www.smpl.org.